What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Coach Rob 619 back with another video. This one is something me and my boy Chad came up with. For some of you guys may have been to his channel or know who he is. But to me, he's a great guy. He's been one of those guys from day one of him being in the fragrance community reviewing. He's always reached out to me, asked me for tips, advice, asked me to, do collabs with him. And in this community, I always wanted to be that guy that was accessible to any other fragrance reviewers out there, any of you new up and coming reviewers that wanted tips, ideas, reviews, even if you wanted samples. You know what I mean? I'm always accessible, to you guys out there, because that's what I wanted when I first got into this, community, into this game. I wanted to reach out to the veterans and get any tips or advice I can get, or how I should carry myself on, in these videos or in the community, what have you. So once I got a little name for myself, I wanted to make sure I always will be accessible to those coming up and just looking for, ideas or samples or whatever, just want to talk. You know what I'm saying? My PM is always open. And like I said, my raw reviews or wherever you want to reach me, I'm always accessible. So to get into this video, me and Chad came up with a cool concept, I think. And for me, this is just something, this is your fragrance journey. This is my journey, fragrances that I discovered along the way. And there's been a ton of them. Some you won't see in this video. I'm sure somebody's going to ask, well, what about that? Or what about Keaton? Or what about whatever? But these are, to me, special ones that I found strictly based off of other reviewers, Fragrantica, base notes, talking to other people in the community, and I would not have discovered these on my own, in my opinion. So these are ones that stand out to me, that throughout the last 2 or 3 years of me really being knee deep into this fragrance thing, these are the ones that I gravitate towards in my collection. These are the ones, to me, are some of my prized possessions in my collection, and these are some of the fragrances obviously I discovered along that journey. So let's jump right into it. They're in no particular order. These are just some I just grabbed off the shelf that, I'm glad that I have them in my collection. I get a crazy compliments with them. They just really do well on my skin, with my skin chemistry, and I really enjoy wearing this one. So starting off with the first one, Creed Millésime Imperial. Now this one for me, a great fragrance. This was the second, I think, Creed that I ever smelled. The first one being GIT. And when I smelled GIT, I thought it was a great fragrance, but it didn't blow me away. It smelled familiar to me. Most of you probably will know why that smelled familiar, but it kind of smelled familiar to me. And I was like, for the price tag, I don't know if I want this one. But I bought a couple more samples, and when I came across this bad boy, I fell in love. This is the fragrance that made me, in my journey, that made me dig deeper into the Creed house and discover that this is my favorite fragrance house. Because after smelling the Vintage and Silver Mountain Water, Original Vetiver, Original Santal, on and on and on, I kept finding fragrances that I absolutely loved and absolutely enjoyed. And this one was, the catalyst for that. Millésime Imperial, and like some say this smells like other fragrances too, like Ed Hardy's. I think it was Love and Lust. I think I did the comparison. Sean John, and I never smelled. I smelled this before Sean John's Unforgivable, so I never had that comparison to make. You know what I mean? This was my first experience with that aquatic, salty kind of watermelon vibe fragrances. So this blew me away. So this was one of my journeys, one of my fragrances I discovered on my journey that absolutely happy I found it, and because of the community, I found it.
So this video is actually going to be pretty special to me. I wanted to work with this guy individually for quite some time, and that is actually Coach Rob. Coach and I, we've worked together before, but it was more so on a large reviewer collaboration, never individually. I reached the first one that I want to talk about is actually this one, Canali Black Diamond. Now, what I really like about this one the most is that it really doesn't get a lot of talk about in the community, just because it is discontinued along with all the other Canali fragrances. But the first time I ever heard about this one was either through Cristo or through Cubby. And what I like about this one is that it's classy, it's mature, and I don't mean old man mature. It's just, maturity to me is the way you carry yourself, the way you think, the way you act. And this fragrance is definitely that. It's Italian, it's got that Italian feel, it's got leather, citrus, woods, It's got so many notes. It's unreal. And they say that fragrances are meant to be for you. You know, that you don't want to smell like somebody else. And I have stated on camera that I personally don't care if I smell like somebody else. But this one here is definitely something like that I don't want to smell on somebody else. It's just, to me, it's very unique and it's interesting for my for my taste. Canali Black Diamond.
Number 2, this is another fragrance that, because of YouTube, some of you great reviewers out there, a lot of people talked about Bond's Bleecker Street. Now, when I used to go to Nordstrom's and stuff like that, I would see all these little star bottles, and I thought they were all female bottles. I had no idea that they had men and female and they were unisex. I just seen them, seen the price tag, and kept it pushing. I went to go look for the designer, the $75 bottles. But coming into this fragrance community, I got a sample of this, and when I smelled this, absolutely fell in love. This is probably one of my top five fragrances of all time. This is one of the best smelling fragrances that I ever smelled, in my opinion. So you gotta try Bleecker Street if you haven't. Crazy compliments with this one. Great, fresh, kind of citrus, blueberry, almost gourmandish, vanilla type note. Great fragrance. One of the best, period.
The other one is actually going to be my very first niche purchase. It was actually a decant I got from one of the reviewers, but this is actually going to be a travel atomizer. At the time, I really didn't believe in spending a lot of money on fragrances. I still don't to some degree, but this one here, I really wanted just more of a travel spray, and that is Bois 1920 Sushi Imperiale. Now, what makes this very special to me is this is one of the very best fragrances I've ever come across. I've stated this many times on camera. This is dessert in a bottle, like that warm apple crisp with vanilla ice cream melting all over it with cinnamon. Just absolutely phenomenal. It's got star anise, vanilla, cinnamon. There may be some citrus, I don't know. Some other spices. It's just an amazing work of art. It's unisex, it's sexy, it's playful, and it's definitely classy. So, Bois 1920 Sushi Imperiale.
Coming in, this is the third one I'm reviewing, but Frappin's 1270 is by probably the best fragrance I personally ever smelled. This smells so good, and it's ironically, I don't get that many compliments with it. This is not one of my most complimented fragrances, probably because the performance is kind of weak on this one. But as far as scent alone, this personally to me smells better than pretty much anything I ever smelled. I saw that's how good this one is. You know what I'm saying? Great fragrance. If you still haven't smelled this Frappin's 1270, make sure you go get you a bottle.
Imperiale. The other one is actually going to be a cheapie and a goodie, and it's from the house of Salvatore Ferragamo, and that is F Black. Now, this is going to be my second. This is actually my second bottle. The first time I ever bought this one was a blind buy. I liked it, and then maybe after a few wearings, I thought there was too much pepper. I ended up selling it to a friend until last summer summer of last year when I got reacquainted. And I'm like, I gotta have this again. It's got lavender, citrus, pepper, and other notes. Very classy, very mature, very versatile. Just an overall great signature scent for those colder seasons. The first time I came across this one, well, I originally thought that it was the other, I don't know what it's called, but it's like F, but it was like the blue. It was the exact same shape, bottle design, and everything. It just had like a blue Ferragamo and blue F. You know, the first time I came across that one was actually watching Rose Away, and I thought that I was actually smelling that one. Turned out to be a mistake. Even though I do like the one that Mark was talking about, this one was, even though it was a mistake, ended up being a better purchase for me. So that's one of the, this is one that really means a lot to me. Salvatore F. Black from Ferragamo.
All right, fellas, here goes the fourth bottle on my list. A lot of you guys know about this one. A lot of people love this one. My girlfriend loves this one. And this is Amouage Reflection Man. Another great fragrance that I found along my journey. And I would have never, I mean, they don't sell this anywhere here in San Diego. I don't even think I could find this in LA. You know, they do sell that Lucky Scent in LA. But I would have never went to Lucky Scent aka Scent Bar, without you guys either. So I would have never found it about the Amouage house. And with the price tags, I would have never purchased one. But throughout my journey, I found this fragrance, and I've compared this to Le Mans a lot. Some people say it doesn't smell anything like it. To me, it does, but I think I told this story before, but I have a friend who wears Le Mans. That's his signature scent. And how Le Mans smells on him, this smells on me. And what I mean by that is that with him, Le Mans, it smells great, man. I mean, it smells terrific. But on me, with my skin chemistry, Le Mans smells like garbage. I mean, it's real, like, I don't want to say rancid, but it's nasty, homie. I just can't wear it. And on me, this Reflection Man, it reminds me of how good that Le Mans smells on him. So I mean, you guys know about Le Mans, like a mint, fresh, kind of vanilla bomb, real great. Women love it. This is probably great for the winter for you guys out there in the East Coast or cold climate areas. One of the best in my collection at what it does.
The other one is actually another Ferragamo fragrance, and Ferragamo is actually my favorite house at the moment. And this one is from their Tuscan scent, which is this is from their exclusive line. They got two exclusive lines. You got the Tuscan Soul and you have the Tuscan scent. The Tuscan scent is the Eau de Parfum, so they're more concentrated. They have 3 fragrances. White Mimosa, which is this one here. They have the Golden Acacia and the Incense Wood. This one really is my favorite out of the 3. This is, I don't want to say it's a metrosexual kind of fragrance. Just metrosexual is definitely overplayed out. It's overused. It's overplayed out. You know, but if you're a man, like my favorite YouTuber at the moment, or one of them, is Alpha M, Aaron Marino. A lot of you guys, I am absolutely positive you have come across his channel. If you have like a sense of style like him, this is what that fragrance is. You know, it is unisex. It's got white florals, a lot of floral, like it's got different floral notes, but also white florals, citrus, neroli, has some orange blossom, spring, fall, and summer nights. I think it's just a phenomenal fragrance, and I came across this one last year. It actually just came out around this time last year in 2014. Holt Renfrew, our luxury store, my most expensive fragrance in my collection. So Ferragamo's White Mimosa Tuscan scent.
All right, guys. This one you all know about. This is one of the prized possessions in my collection. It was hell finding this one, the hardest fragrance to find in my collection by far. And that's DHI, man, everybody's favorite. I mean, YouTube king right here. This one, you know, great lipstick, chocolate vanilla. This smells more like a powdery chocolate vanilla on me. It does have that strong iris lipstick note vibe, but the performance on this is probably, yeah, I would say this is probably the best performing fragrance, one of the best performing fragrances in my collection. There's like 2 or 3 that performs as good as this. When I say performance, I'm talking about 15, 16 hours on skin, 3 days, 4 days on your clothes. I mean, it goes forever. And obviously, this is the original formulation with the silver collar. Great fragrance. If you haven't seen my Believe the Hype on this, how I found this, and you want the background on that story, go check that video out. Great fragrance. Would not have found this without you guys out there in the YouTube community.
The other fragrance is actually another Italian house. I guess I have a thing for Italian fragrances, you know, but this is an Italian car company. It's a luxury car company. When they first started coming out with their own fragrance line, they really weren't all that great. But in the last couple of years, they really revamped and put a lot of time and quality into it. This one is Ferrari Bright Neroli. I've stated this on camera many times. This is a more toned down version of Tom Ford's Neroli Portofino. It's got a ton of neroli, citrus, orange blossom. I don't know if it has any woods or musk. I'm really not sure, but it doesn't have a lot of notes. Clean, fresh, out of the shower type of fragrance. Spring, summer, just absolutely phenomenal. A lot of the Ferrari fragrances that come in this shape, a lot of them from what I smell are very similar to the Tom Ford Private Blend collection. Swagger Jacket, I know, but these are just absolutely fantastic, you know, especially for 1/3 the price. Unfortunately, they're not in the States. I don't know when or if they will be. I think that they should be, because they definitely would sell a few of them. So, Tom Ford Neroli, sorry, Ferrari Bright Neroli, the Tom Ford Neroli Portofino knockoff.
Okay, guys, everybody that's been following my channel, you know about this one. Call this one my wedding scent. great, clean, lavender, leather, barbershop kind of vibe. Real gentleman, man. This is of a classic man. If there was a, I know you guys heard that classic man song out there, but if there was a definition for that, this would be this one right here. Invasion Barbare, great, clean, classic man, gentleman, upscale fragrance that I absolutely love. This one projects and performs pretty good too. I don't wear it that much. I probably wore it 3 times, but I'm saving this, you know what I'm saying, for my wedding scent. Whenever that day comes, this is what that will be. Great, great fragrance, great clean, barbershop, leather, suede kind of vibe to it, a little bit of vanilla, great scent.
And the last one in this video is going to be from the house of Hugo Boss, and that is Hugo Boss Silk and Jasmine from the collection line. This is their exclusive line that is not so popular, and well, actually it really wasn't popular to begin with. The only other person to even mention this very fragrance was, I think it was Fragrances with Steve, a gentleman from Europe. This has got clove, honey, vanilla, and jasmine. One of my most favorite fragrances of all time. It's unisex, it's spring. Well, you can't wear it in the spring. I think it's more of a transition into spring. Definitely fall and winter. This is unisex, going out, a gentleman's fragrance. Rob, if you have a Hugo Boss boutique in San Diego, because I think that for the most part you can only come across these in a lot of the Hugo Boss boutiques, especially if you're in a larger city like Toronto, New York, San Francisco. I've seen them in those because I've traveled to all three of the, oh, I'm from Toronto, but New York and San Francisco, I've come across them. San Diego, maybe. Los Angeles, without a doubt, would. You know, they were going for about $145 American last year, and they're going for as low as $85 online now. I think it was beautyspin.com, not exactly sure, but Rob, if you can, look into this one. I'm pretty sure you're gonna like this one. So, and you also, like as you state, you only wear fragrances that, depending on what the ladies say, and I think the ladies will definitely like this one. So, Hugo Boss Silk and Jasmine from the collection line.
All right, guys, this is my last fragrance. This is absolutely the best citrus I've ever smelled. Best performing citrus, best projecting citrus, by far. And you guys probably already know what that is. Probably just got this in my collection not too long ago. But that's Xerjoff Nio. So this is one of the best fragrances, best citrus fragrances I found throughout my journey of collecting fragrances. And this is just a great one. Obviously, citrus, like Neroli's, kind of floral. It just projects like a beast. I don't know what they put in this fragrance to make it last this long, but just like DHI, I get about 12 to 14, 15 hours on this. Clothes, probably not as long on my clothes, maybe a day, but you can't go wrong. That's another one I don't wear that much. I should wear it more, but I just want to hold on to the juice. And I don't want to buy one of these expensive ass bottles again, so I don't wear it that much. But when I do, I blow people away with this one, man. I always get the, what are you wearing? Where did you get that from? And I try to explain it to them. And honestly, most people don't know about Xerjoff. And once again, like the Amouage fragrance, I wouldn't have found this one. I mean, they don't sell it nowhere out here in San Diego. So the only way I would have found out about this is through you guys, through other reviewers, through base notes, through the fragrance community. You know what I mean? That's why I really enjoy this community. I enjoy the people that I interact with. I enjoy the people that share ideas. You guys that come to my raw reviews page and just like, hey, check this new one out. I just smelt it. Or, hey, I got a sample of this. I need to send this to you. You need to check this out. I appreciate all that. And that's what makes the community such a great one, is those that want to share and want to help out others. You know what I mean? You got some haters. You got some people that are negative in the community too. But for the most part, is great. And all of you guys out there that's watching this video, you are the reason why I have these. You are the reason you contributed to me finding these along my journey, just like I'm sure you'll help me find more fragrances as I continue on this journey. You know what I mean? It's an ongoing thing for me. And right now, I really need to find something else, because I'm kind of, you know, at some point in your journey, you kind of get burnt out. You may find yourself selling fragrances. You may find yourself not grabbing fragrances anymore. And then you need that one frag to come out to rejuvenate you and make you want to get back into it. And that's kind of where I'm at now. That's why this video is so like relevant at this moment, because it's kind of like, and I think Chad would agree with me here, it's kind of like we're hitting that point where we're kind of like, okay, I'm good. I did the fragrance thing. I'm kind of burnt out. I need something to, you know, reinvigorate me and get me right back into it. So right now, these are holding me off until that frag, whatever that is, and I'm sure somebody out there got it, but whatever that new frag is to get me really back into it, I'm just kind of content and cool with these along with the other fragrances that I have in my collection.
Now those are my picks. Again, Rob, thank you very much for doing this video with me. Again, it really does mean a lot, so I thank you. Rob is one of the best guys out there. He's also one of the realest and one of the coolest. He's got that swag, that real chill dude.
But that's my video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I would like to see what you guys discovered on your journey, what fragrances that you gravitate to, which ones impressed you, which ones, you know what I mean, are like your prized possessions. I mean, share it down below. Some of your other reviewers, you know what I mean, create a video like this and let us know what fragrances that you found on your journey that are must-haves and just really impressed you, that will be staples in your collection for the time to come. All right? Peace. Depending on what the lady said, determines what I spray. Out of here.